Hey guys, Noel here. It is Thursday and I thought it would be fun for us to do a video for the YouTube channel. Feeling hyped to do some retro gaming videos because I got some Atomics pants in the mail. These are the kind of pants that Johnny Cage wears when he shadow kicks people. So I'm psyched about that. And I would like to do a video today about monitor choices for classic gaming. So today I want to talk briefly, I don't want this video to be too long, but I would like to talk about different ways to play classic games. What I'm going to talk about, how I've got it set up in my game room, is RGB Scart to HDMI upscaling, which I've got going on the original PlayStation. And then 3DO outputs both composite and S-video. So I've got your ideal CRT choices here, at least in my opinion. And again, I'm not a huge CRT aficionado, but I know enough to know that these are really good gaming monitors for CRT choices. So I've got the Commodore 64 1084S and the AMDEC Color 1. The Commodore 64 1084S is going to be good if you want to do S-video in its 1980s form, which is called Luma Chroma. Or if you just have composite, just the yellow cable, the AMDEC Color 1 is going to be, I would recommend it for that. If you just got the yellow video cable, use the AMDEC Color 1. If you've got the ability to use S-video, use the Commodore 64 1084S. And if you want a pixelated picture that's very clear and vivid, these are going to be really clear and vivid too, but because they're on a CRT monitor, they're not high definition. I mean, they're like the 80s equivalent of high definition, which is high resolution. If you want to play an old game on a high def TV and to have it look good, I would do Scart to RGB Scart to HDMI upscaling. Now, let's take a look at these here. Right here I have my favorite video game, my favorite fighting game, Marvel vs. Capcom Clash of the Superheroes playing. This is the PlayStation version. I know it's not as good as the Dreamcast version, which I also have, but I loved the crap out of this game growing up. I played this game so much on the PlayStation growing up. And I have this going to RGB Scart to HDMI. So to do that, you need a European video cable called the Scart cable. Plug that into the back of your PlayStation. Plug that into an upscaler. So you plug that in, the Scart end on one end, the HDMI on the other end. You plug the HDMI into your TV, and you get a really nice, clear, pixelated. I'm emphasizing the pixelation, but this looks so good you can't even see it. But what I'm saying is that you see some blockiness here, which I personally don't mind, but some people do mind. So if you want to have the gaming experience as it was assumed it would be to the average consumer with a good CRT TV, then what I would recommend is a monitor like this. This is the Commodore 64 1084S right here, and the reason that this is good, and I usually film my videos on this, is because it's got S-video capabilities on a high-resolution 80s monitor. Now, I'm not going to turn this monitor around, and I'll show you a picture on a cell phone in just a second. I want you to see some gameplay on this, which you've seen before if you've seen my channel. But it's got an extra video port. One is for your color, and one is for your light and dark. And if you want to play your video games taking advantage of that, all you really need is one of those video selector boxes. Plug in your video games through S-video on that, and then you want to get a cord that's S-video to Luma Chroma, and you plug the S-video in on your selector box, which hopefully you can see right here. I know it's buried back there with a bunch of stuff. So you plug your S-video into your selector box, and then you plug the Luma Chroma into the back of your monitor. The back of the monitor, like I said, I'm not going to turn it around, but it looks like that. So you just plug in your extra video, and you're going to get a better video picture for your CRT monitor. Now, if you just have a composite cable, if you just have the yellow cable, and you want to have your yellow cable composite video look comparable to a high-definition video image, then what I recommend is the AMDEC Color 1 monitor. Now again, maybe I can try to zoom this in here so you get a good shot of this here. Again, this is Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo playing off the 3DO, and I know it's not going to look as good as it can look in person, so you're not seeing all the... It's so clear and vivid and nice. Like, I'm just telling you, you can't believe that this is a composite video image playing on this thing. This is a cool monitor because it's flat, so it's really easy to put your consoles on it. This only has 2 jacks in the back of it. One for composite video, and then another one, it's an auxiliary jack for your audio. So if you want to play your old games on this, you're going to need an auxiliary to stereo converter cord. Again, those are really easy to come across. This monitor is a mono monitor, so it's got a nice speaker, but you're only going to get one speaker. The 1084S, that Commodore one I showed you, has stereo. That's what the S stands for. Pull back a little bit, and this opens up. I've got vertical hold, color, tint, brightness, and here's my contrast. Then if I want to turn it off, I push this button in. If I want to turn it on, I pull that button out. And again, I cannot stress how nice this looks. I played Marvel vs. Capcom for you on the big TV, going to SCART to HDMI upscaling, and it showed the Incredible Hulk on that TV, and I thought the green, it was so vivid it almost bled a little bit. Again, I'm nitpicking, but I'm telling you, on this TV right here, you see all the different shades of green, absolutely no bleeding at all. So I'm just telling you, this is an amazing monitor if you just have the yellow video cord and you want to do some vintage gaming. But the reason I use this one more is because I can see the visual differences between these two monitors, and this one is better because it's going through the S video. Everything just looks a little bit clearer and pops a little bit more. Another cool thing about this monitor, it's got these legs that pop out on the bottom, so you can actually slide your cords underneath it. And I don't know if I showed you this or not, but it's stereo, and on the stereo, it's got an audio headphone jack, so you can listen to your music through a nice pair of headphones. You can also do that with this monitor too, but it'll take a little bit of doing because you're gonna want it's only got one audio input to it. So guys, there you have it. These are these are the monitor choices that I use in my game room, and I just thought it would be fun to share it with you guys today. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and until next time, guys, my name is Noel. You take care of yourselves, and I'll see you all later. Bye-bye.